Okay guys, so this is a little further into my swap. I haven't recorded very much of it because there's not very much that's going on differently, but I am going to do a hyperlapse now to see and show you guys exactly what I am doing, and that way you're not sitting here watching for a half hour or more. So what I've done basically now, I've mounted the Hell-Scat intercooler up front, I've mounted the Hell-Scat coolant jug, and I've mounted all of the coolant lines up to the supercharger. That stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but I am going to get up close and show what all that is and how I have it routed and things like that. I went and bought 12 feet at 6 feet each of 3/4 inch feeder hose and clamps to match, so I can run it to my auxiliary water pump, which actually is right here. That'd be my auxiliary water pump. I'm debating on mounting it here, just like this, rotate it over to the side. That way I can get my coolant pipe or my coolant hose here, run that around there, and it'll be good to go. I might change the location of that, it all depends. It's universal, I can put it anywhere I want, but with the 11 to 20 Dodge Charger, if you're going to use a OR, for lack of a better way to say it, you're tight as hell on space. So you're limited, you gotta get creative, you gotta do some things that you typically wouldn't want to do to your car. Trust me, there's a lot of things I've done to my car that I didn't really want to do. There's things I had to cut up. I'm trying to make it where I don't have to cut up my front bumper cover or any of my grill inserts in my cover to make everything work. As far as mounting this, I modified the horn mounts. I unbolted the horns from the brackets that bolt up to the header panel. I bent them into about like a Z shape, and I just stuck some bolts through the original bushings for the Hell-Scat intercooler. And I actually am going to order me I think it's a 6x6 or an 8x8 electric fan that I'm going to wire up on a separate circuit along with the auxiliary water pump, that while my ignition is on, the auxiliary water pump and that cooling fan are constantly running. What that's going to act as going to act as the race cool down mode like the Hell-Cats have. So say you're at the racetrack, you're doing some hot laps, you're like, okay, I need to cool my supercharger down. You can go and you can go grab a bag of ice, you can throw a bag of ice on top of your supercharger, and you can run the cooling fan, the auxiliary water pump, rotate some coolant to the supercharger, and cool everything down quickly. So you'll be able to bring your IATs down more rapidly than you would not having that set up. So that's going to be, I'm waiting on those things to come in. I will show when those get installed. For now, we're going to jump to the hyperlapse. Okay guys, we're gonna get in close. I'm gonna show you exactly what I've done here. So here is your intercooler piping that runs from the back of the supercharger down. It branches into your coolant tank. It runs down this way here. I know the lighting sucks really bad because I'm outside and the phone is not wanting to focus. There is supposed to be like a little support bracket here, down here, that keeps this whole thing from flopping around. I'm probably going to build a bushing to separate away from the fuse box here and kind of just let it so it rests there. But it goes down in front of the alternator. You're all good there. The way I have mine routed is this bottom hose here, right here, this one is running down straight out and into the top of the intercooler. Then I have the bottom intercooler hose here running there, running to the outlet. The inlet. Oh, that is actually the outlet there. That's the outlet. So the way coolant is going to flow is it's going to push coolant this way, up this way, down, back through, into the bottom of the supercharger here. It's going to circulate through, come up, come back down, and run back into that series and circuit there. So I know it's kind of confusing for you guys. Basically, I got about 12 feet of 3/4 hose, of 3/4 heater hose. I think I probably have 5 feet left. I just wanted to make sure I had enough. This hose down here is actually a little longer than I would like it to be, so I'm gonna probably wind up shortening that a bit, and that'll probably help get rid of some of these little kinks I'm getting in the lines. But guys, there's also a trick too. If you have to mount this in an area that's really tight, there's a trick to where you can get rid of these kinks. You can take a hose clamp, because think about it, if you take, I know you guys cannot see that, let me focus this. All right, so this kink here, when you squeeze it, it gets rid of the kink. So you can take a hose clamp, put a hose clamp around the kink, tighten it by hand until you see this kink. Let me see if I can get this focus again. So you get this kink to just even out. So, and I'm probably going to be doing that a lot. You know, you only want to do it on hardcore kinks, stuff you're worried that's really going to cause some restrictions in flow. But the way that I have this mounted, it's not going to interfere with my headlight. It's not going to interfere with anything. I'm mounted. I'm good. Another thing you want to worry about here, check this out. Obviously power, ground, right? See if I can get this to focus. As you can see, that's positive, that's negative. See the ass backwardsness there? And this plug only plugs in one way. So I'm gonna depin this. I'm just gonna depin it, flip the wires around. I did cut my header panel to allow this plug to go in, because there's just no other way. It's not gonna hurt nothing. This thing is still as solid as can be. So with that, I'm gonna put all of my hose clamps together, get all my hose clamps on this, clamp it up. I'm debating if I'm gonna fill the supercharger with coolant or not yet. I probably will. I mean, I'm gonna have to go to Chrysler and order this coolant and stuff. But for now, I'm gonna put the headlight back in after I get my everything hose clamped up. That way I know it's solid and it's on there. I'm gonna get my headlight back in. I'm gonna get my bumper cover back on, make sure everything's fitted and nice looking. I'm gonna make sure that I'm done back here. I do need a coolant temp sensor back there. And what I recommend for you guys, get a pillar gauge set up. Because right back here, you got a coolant temp sensor that goes in here. And you're gonna need to a coolant reading on the supercharger. So go grab a coolant temp gauge for your supercharger, thread it into that hole, run it inside. I don't recommend the ones where you gotta physically have coolant running all over the place. Just try and find a higher option one, or a little more expensive of one that allows you to actually, it's just a sensor just like factory. So but yeah guys, this is starting to turn out. It's starting to be it's starting to be something I never thought it would be. And here soon we're gonna have a little bit of stuff that we're gonna be doing to this as well. Stay tuned. And yes, it's a Power Stroke. Yeah, this here, I wanted to show you guys this too. This is just hilarious. So your brake hose for vacuum, so you actually have brakes, isn't long enough, because I'm gonna run it up here. So what I did for now was I didn't have a union laying around for vacuum, so I literally, let me get this to focus, I took a 1/4 inch socket, a deep socket for a 1/4 inch drive. So it's 1/4 inch in size, but it's also 1/4 inch drive. And I actually just stuck the 1/4 inch side into the 3/8 hose here, stuck the other side of it into the hose here. That hose was already split on the back, so it went in. And I threw a hose clamp on it for now, just so I've got brakes to get it in and out of the garage. So, I might do another hyperlapse of me test fitting everything. I'm gonna get rid of this here soon. I got a K&N that's going on it. So yeah, maybe we'll do a hyperlapse right now. Screw it. Alright, so we've got the bumper cover back on. It's literally just sitting there, it's not bolted in. I just want to show how everything fits in there. It fits pretty well. As you can see, I'm gonna have to use that hose clamp trick right here to just straighten that out a little bit. But on the inside, you can see the intercooler's got a straight flow of air. I left this bottom grill out to show you that everything fits into there. And I left this top trim piece out too, just to show how everything is going to fit. As you can see, the auxiliary water pump fits right down in there perfectly. That was a great spot for that. And this is what I wanted to avoid trying to cut. You see these little extensions coming out right here? That's what I was trying to avoid cutting. I don't want to cut on anything. All this stuff is brand new. I really don't want to cut on anything. But this is semi-final installation. If I look into something and I can see it can be done differently, a little more effectively, I might reroute it. I'm actually looking to see, I'm debating on seeing if I can find a 90-degree boot that'll come out here. And what I mean by that is there's like a little hard plastic thing you can buy, and you can actually put a length of hose on here, put a hard plastic 90-degree elbow on here, and then I can just take and straight hook this hose to it. It'll be what, it'll be 4 hose clamps, or no, it'll be 2, 4, yeah, it will. It'll be 4 hose clamps, but hey, it'll be better than a kink in that area. Other than that, there is no other kinks that I can see that are going to cause big issue. Like I said, this is just something that I'm in disbelief myself that this is actually happening. So I'm going to address the map sensor issue. Yes, I do have a map sensor plugged in. No, it is not an SRT4 map sensor, which I am going to be swapping it out just to make sure that I'm getting proper readings. Yeah, I am talking with a person right now about getting some Hell-Scat valve covers. So hopefully I get those. If I do, the Hell-Scat orange is going to go. I'm going to do something custom with them, just like I'm going to do the supercharger lid here. And that chipping ugly thing has got to go. I'm ordering a brand new one today. When it comes in, I'm high temp plastic painting it. I'm going to leave that one alone. It's already brand new. I really don't want to paint this. This is actually kind of pretty looking. So, but I want to know my coolant level in that. And this, of course, I'm gonna put a little coolant window in the side of it here. I might paint that. I don't know. Who knows? I'll probably take it off and I'll leave a little coolant window right here so I can tell how my coolant level is in the supercharger. But yeah, this is coming along a lot better than I ever could have imagined, to be honest with everybody. So I'm gonna end the video here. For all you haters out there, yeah, I got a Hell-Scat badge on it. So alright guys, I'm gonna end this video here.